All right, we're back at it again. Today's a new day. We're gonna try and take off some more of the components on the top of the engine. I did find out that there's coolant still in the car, and there's also oil still in the car. So I need to drain that first before I take off any of the hoses or any of the other things. So I stopped by AutoZone, copped some gloves also, because I don't like working with gloves. I'm a very tangible person, so it's like I like to feel what I'm working on. You need help? Oh. Um so I bought some gloves, some engine degreaser because the engine is hella dirty. I bought a 200 count roll of the paper towels. Some other stuff. I got another 13 millimeter because my 13 millimeter is busted. So we're gonna head over to storage right now. I'm gonna drain the fluid first and then get cracking on taking some stuff off the engine. All right, so this side of the block is pretty clean actually. Looks like it's been painted. Anyway, what's cool about this engine block is right there, you see that bolt right about there?
Yes!
That's where you can drain the coolant from the engine completely. In my engine, it's only drainable from the radiator. And then we're gonna go to the oil pan. I think it's still on this side, yeah. Oil pan right here. We're gonna take that bolt off and drain the oil. I did end up getting different bolts. So before I had this mated to the oil pan, but now it's mated to the block, as you can see. So another one underneath. Can I get it? See that secondary hole right to the left? That's where I used to have it mounted. But the problem with that is I couldn't take the oil pan off if I decided to. So I got the M10 by 70s, 1.5 thread I think it is. And now it's just everything's attached to the block, so when I take off the oil pan, it'll be a lot easier. But for now, first we're gonna drain the fluids and then get cracking on taking off all this stuff up top. All right, so the time lapse didn't catch the oil getting drained, but it's plugged back up, and now the coolant that's what you saw in the hyperlapse, that's drained. So now we got the oil here, and then we got the coolant here. I did not bring a jug to put any of this stuff in, so this is just gonna sit inside the storage unit for now, and then once I'm done drinking a gallon of milk or something like that, then I'll pour this in a gallon. This should be enough to fit in a gallon. I do have a spare oil canister. I might put that in there. And then this, I'm gonna put in a gallon or something like that. But it's a good sign that this came out this color. It's not brown or anything like that. So oil wasn't mixing with the coolant. The oil is pretty dark. I don't know the last time it was changed. I don't know how long it sat in the junkyard, but we have all the fluids out now. Now we can go up top, and what we're gonna do now, we're gonna take off all the coolant hoses, take off the housing and the thermostat housing and the coolant divider. I don't know the technical names for that. I forgot what they were. I just looked this part up yesterday. I was gonna get new ones of each, but these are just passages, right? So essentially, they just need to be cleaned out, and maybe just get a new thermostat. That's going to be taken off. We can take off the oil filter now. I called this the gas filter yesterday, didn't I? We're going to take off the oil filter now. And then, again, take all this stuff up top off. And then we're going to clean it up. I got some Simple Green here and some engine degreaser in the back. We're going to clean it up real nice. And then that's it. maybe cylinder head will come off today. Maybe, maybe not. I'm still trying to get used to doing this. I'm used to like Instagram stories and stuff like that. I don't really vlog. Like even the fact that like I'm looking at myself in the camera instead of looking at the camera like I'm looking at the audience. Like I'm gonna have to get adjusted to that. Oh, he's up here too, cool. But yeah, all this is like brand new for me. I've never done anything like this before. Well, to my car to a certain extent, but never like fully busted down the engine. So it's gonna be quite the learning experience. And hopefully I get better at editing. Hopefully I get better at talking to the camera. And all those things. This should be fun. We're gonna see. All right, so the other phone just died mid recording. I got some of the the time lapses. I kind of cut them up into pieces because it would have took forever. But we ended up getting the distributor housing for the coolant off, which is right there where that paper towel is. It was kind of hard to get off because the fuel injectors are like right, you see these two bolts right here? The fuel injector kind of sits in between them on the intake housing. So that was a little hard to do. We took the starter out to get the engine harness out, which could have been salvaged had the person, whoever decided to take this engine out of the E34, did a better job. We got that all out. Because we took the intake out, everything that humps over the engine is off as well. The engine harness and the fuel rail is still attached to it. I'm gonna end up taking that apart at a later time. The exhaust is still on. We might take that off today. It's 12 millimeter bolts, which sucks because I don't have a 12 millimeter wrench that's long enough to give me the leverage, but I managed to use a vice grip and the wrench to get things done. But the engine's pretty much almost all tore down to where it's just cylinder head and block. I just have to take the water pump off, and that's the water pump, the exhaust, and then the cylinder head can come off. I'm gonna give it a nice little clean too, because this is just atrocious. But yeah, that might be it for today, but if not, I'll upload more parts to it.